Aldrin! Aldrin!
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Aldrin! Where are you?
Aldrin! Here, boy!
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. They say only a spell will lift it.
Spoiled my day.
Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Does the name Vincent Trott sound familiar?
A traitor. He did some damage in my ranks. 1 dead and 2 still in the field hospital. If you know where he's hiding, I've some issues I'd like to discuss with him. The tools are already in the fire, but the rogue seems to have donned an invisibility cap.
I believe he has Seltkirk's armor, one of the artifacts.
My investigation's at a dead end. I know not where he is, and I'll soon need to resort to more radical methods.
Hold off a bit longer. If he escapes...
There's no way to do so. My people guard the ford, and I doubt our brave Vincent could make it past the specters. He must be nearby.
Learn anything new about the curse?
A mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
The plotters. I know where they meet.
I knew I could count on you.
Is that enough for you then?
One can tell a real man not by how he begins, but by how he finishes.
What else do you want from me?
I shall give you 4 of my men who'll be near at hand and provide backup if something goes awry. They'll stay out of sight until summoned. Bring me one of the plotters alive. I have many questions. I must know who's behind all this.
I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. See you.
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear.
I'm done with this.
Where are you?
Bloody comet. Square coins.
Aldrin, where are you?
Not another fucking stone.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaard.
I want to stock up on provisions.
Seek and ye shall find. as the prophet Medioda would say.
He was a shepherd, had experience in seeking and finding.
You know the good book, that's worthy of praise.
Any discount on account of that?
No.
Greetings.
Welcome an opportunity when it comes.
They say you run a traveling pawn shop. Heard you even have books.
No song, no supper.
Nobody mentioned you speak in proverbs.
A willful man must have his way.
Ah, you're doing this on a bet. How long do you have to go on like this?
Lost time is never again found.
We should have our sea.
Better to ask. Easy come, easy go.
Or it will turn out like the mill in Stilton. The one the smith from Jailmouth took over when he married the miller's widow.
There's fair chance of Henselt and Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
Heard of the Virgin of Eddern?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh, yes. A maturing woman like that never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have peace when she drops her sword to grab a nice healthy prick instead. Well, well, a witcher. How can I?
I wanted to talk.
We're no
Sounds all.
Ask away. What would you like?
Anything interesting going on in the camp?
Soldiers are scared shitless what with this battle approaching. They'd rather drink themselves silly than let us honest whores make some coin. Is that interesting? I doubt it.
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at first, but the longer we sit here, the less lively they become. Fighting's like ploughing. Lust for one, and you lust for the other. Well, how?
I want... Sal,
What would you like?
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough, to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs sweet-smelling ladies now.
Whoa! Didn't have anyone like you in our village.
Are there trolls here?
Aye, there are.
And you don't mind. I see you finally decided to relax. Have I ever told you I think you lead a very unhealthy life?
You've mentioned it.
Evidently not enough for you to take it to heart. Anyway, the whores are quite decent here.
Maybe some other time.
You worry me.
I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing, and told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. But that'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Have you tried to, approach Vess?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
I just like to know. Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such are hardly in danger.
I'm tired of having to explain that I'm not the Kingslayer.
Hensel believed you.
But he's still not sure, and I don't want him doing me any favors.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
First we'll have a talk, then he'll pay for his crime.
Punishments vary.
But there's only one punishment for murder. Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about the events 3 years ago.
When you burn a sorceress at the stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious baron.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevissig?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Danet Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about if not them and their scheming?
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have 2 women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her. My memories...
What?
I won't...
What's so strange about that? Other lands have slizzards, growlers.
Hey,
we have
gotta pay for
trolls.
looking too.
What about building?
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home. 3 years back, it was the home of Malgat, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgat couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't. All the survivors were horribly burned.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot.
The ravines around the camp, they don't look like they were shaped by nature.
They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield.
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
None of that. They sit among the rocks, and who'd go there? As for tours, the headman tricked them, and they're not collecting
Fiddle yourself,
any.
pauper.
Pretty please.
Hey, greetings,
Oh.
Haggard. Well, how can...
I'm looking for a whore.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear. But you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles. Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
I've heard good things about Whistling Wendy.
At your service, my prettiest girl, 'tis true. Fool soldiers gave her that stupid nickname. Tidy yourself, Wendy. Witcher on the way. Come on in.
What do you desire, my hero?
Conversation.
Piss off! That's like visiting Town Hall to plough the mayor up the arse. Town Hall's where you want to talk, here's where you want to fuck.
I'll pay.
What is it with you fighting men? No one comes to the brothel to plough anymore. Talk and be with my lisp. I mean, I'm shy at talking and great at other things, but have it your way.
How's the mood among the soldiers?
Shitting themselves before the battle. And they'd rather get blind drunk than let us honest strumpets make a decent living. They were eager at first, but the longer there's no action, the less lively the men are. Fighting and ploughing are a lot alike. Lust for one, lust for the other.
Any rumors circulating about Henselt?
What can a simple whore know about the king?
Whores know everything about everyone.
Well, he fucked me a few times, but the conversation wasn't terribly exciting. He hollered a bit, I'm a great ruler, tell me so, you stupid whore. Or he had me hollering, fuck me harder, my hero. What's it to me? I hollered.
Have you heard of the Virgin of Edirne, Saskia?
You're right, daft you are. Talking to a whore about virgins.
I am.
Here's what I think. A maturing woman's never been with a man. Well, not likely her head's on straight. That lust for power's straight from the cock on her mind.
I'm looking for a Kingslayer.
In a brothel?
You think Kingslayers don't have sex?
Not here, they don't. What do you desire, my hero?
Show me what you can do.
You're about to get the fuck of your life, darling. What do you desire?
Oh, nothing.
What? Who to take me for? A blazing priestess?
I'll drop in another time.
What do you desire, my hero?
I want your smile to part the gates of paradise.
Come with me.
Vincent Trott, you're a little elusive.
Here alone. Not wise, Witcher.
We'll see about that.
I'm wearing Selkirk's armor, you know. Pretty much renders me invincible in a duel.
Give me the chainmail and I'll forget everything. Whistling Wendy, your plot. I know about the coins.
You're Deathmole's hound. I don't trust you.
You don't need to. I just need the chainmail. Not interested in anything else.
I'm to remove it?
And hand it over.
Then you'll be on your way.
And all will be well.
Doesn't sound like my kind of story. How's this instead? I'll kill you, take your swords and gold, and the gods will rain good fortune upon me for ridding them of a filthy mutant. Die.
Spy!
Hack at him!
Search the bodies. Huh. Nothing useful here. They must have been pawns. Report back to Deathmold. In the meantime, I need to talk to a writer I know.
from Stilton, in the Lavallette's lands in Temeria.
A runaway, eh? I'm from Banglen.
Better to ask the way.
This will surprise you.
Not another fucking stone.
Life can be really strange.
Better to.
I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we know.
Not another fucking stone.
Aldrin, where are you? Aldrin, where are you?
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody square. When the prophet Lebioda passed it, tax collectors came.
I found a letter addressed to the people of Kedwin.
A letter? So?
It's your drivel, idiot.
Where'd you get that idea?
I know you. Not to mention you had the gall to quote me.
You're not the only witcher in the world.
So, you admit it's yours?
Sure, it's mine. People have had enough of that pompous clown colluding with Nilfgaard. I decided I needed to open their eyes a little wider.
Any idea what that pompous clown's going to do when he finds out who's opening his people's eyes?
How would he find out? It could only come from you, and I assume, at least I hope, you won't rat me out.
They're going to kill you.
Nah.
Why did you poke your nose in this?
Henselt approached me to write a few panegyrics about him. You know, singing his praises. Can you imagine that? Me? Writing a political pamphlet? Who the hell does he think I am?
But that's exactly what this letter is.
Possibly. But it's for a good cause. Henselt's a prick.
What? The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air.
You'll meet your match.
I found Trot and a few other enthusiasts of the square coins.
Did you learn who leads them?
No.
Any survivors?
No.
Oh, you might at least have spared Trot. I'm sure he had secrets.
Any reward for the conspirators?
Indeed. A nice round sum per head.
I could use the gold.
How many were there?
Vincent and 5 others.
You killed 6 men. You and your kind should be isolated.
The reward?
Is yours. Here.
We'll have to sit it out like hens.
won't just...
to sit it out like hens on their...
Won't justice...
What do you want?
How did you catch him?
We didn't. Nothing to boast of, really. We found him. Barely alive.
He was lying in the ravines among the corpses of other squirrels. Terrible bloodbath it was.
As if a mad medic slashed them with a giant scalpel. Aiming at their arteries, no less. For there was blood everywhere. Nasty splashes, even high up in the rocks.
When was this?
Before that ghastly fog appeared.
Get anything important out of him?
Not really. We salted his wounds, broke his fingers, scorched his feet. And he didn't so much as peep his own name. Tried to bite off his own tongue, in fact. Them elves like a bit of suffering, methinks.
Maybe he's hoping to be rescued.
Not likely. Someone massacred them. The whole unit. That's what the Royal Mages asked him about. Who it was and where they are now. There's no understanding elves. If he answered, we'd hang him quickly. It'd have peace. But he prefers to suffer.
Can I talk to him?
You're all right. I've heard you've been helping our lads. Talk away, but be quick. If the corporal sees you, he'll have your balls. And ours.
Bloody fat girl. What do you want?
Information. You from Yorvith's unit?
And proud of it! Yorvith will avenge me.
Maybe. I'm responsible for you being captured.
I don't understand.
I warned Yorvith that the Kingslayer had betrayed him. Your leader's alive because of me.
You lie! You're not one of us.
Never claimed to be. I'm not interested in your fight, nor in that of the humans. I have my own goals. I'm hunting the Kingslayer and need information. Will you help me?
I'd rather not reveal anything to the Dwan. Do you know Elder speech? De thermen en rendans hest. Ev de sale emes up de mevne slet.
Sea heath.
En ted verleth o ken en stert dun vernea wert. Erte dreie ep dwan. Seret en ox vat geln est. Denna arthur nek wert. Visse ögen. Erle ögen. Ken hat mer. Denna dar emen dunv. Dak mammert.
Ken denna de amme hest.
Denna nea serla vide sala in esne geert. Venea senden ert el.
Te amme. Nee, zeggen hier. Elle seram.
Mekian behen ted fen esert. Seret nea ura jasen het. Heb orks garpe seget enith rothen kem hest. Te ern motha diam.
Rathain. Que diables Rathain verderel.
Verseneth rothen deren henselt gerel vorte hen. Den diarme elestrea hen. Ne mer se herth.
Vekean me benetres.
En hert ep kianje esme geth verth. Se este en kien e diable ep ars kied. Ken jesse thith treas.
Mesem treachled. Vekele elethene hestkem.
Niame herth. Este verth ep kethen ken hest.
Puentes ken.
Den kean velt emer dorvat gern.
Varför?
Quen erle vat gern hennelinge ken.
Nemesecht.
Oxen en seret est elle ken. Vel mert Gwynblade Kenneth Belk. Vedden emeth Gwynblade. Say at the step gathis en treth winnes. Vafel.
Odrin! Here, boy! Odrin! Still looking for coins.
What else am I doing?
Odrin! The peddler said this nail was the closest to her right hand.
You fool!
He ripped you off.
We'll see.
How did you wind up here?
The relic will protect me.
I've no bloody
What?
idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets, and talismans. Hallowed and highly valuable.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope. Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
Where's Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, but an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.